Hey guys, what's up? What's going on? Hope everything is going pretty well. Um, just getting back from church and excited. Merry Christmas Eve to you guys and Merry Christmas in advance. I hope that this time brings you love, joy, peace, and happiness. Um, I will always sing the praises of Jesus Christ because that is who I believe in, and that is who I believe has given me the ability to be who I am today. So praise the name of the Lord. And let's get into the video. Today, I just wanted to talk to you guys as like 2018 is coming, or 2017 is coming to an end, and we're about to be launched into 2018. I am so excited. You know, last year or years before, I always did New Year's resolutions, but I always found that I fell short of my resolutions like 75% of the time. And, if I did not accomplish the things that I wanted to accomplish according to my plan, I just lost the motivation. So I resorted to growth plans. And today the video is about, building a growth plan, but more so letting not letting your fears hold you down. That's what the title is. Don't let your fear hold you down. This year I have a lot of accomplishments, not only from me personally, but my family. My husband is also in school. My child started kindergarten. It's just been a lot of schooling and all kinds of crazy stuff. But I am amazed at how aggressive we were this year with getting things done. There's some things I could share with you guys now. There's some things I won't share until they're completed, just so that I could kind of go over step by step what was done. But the one thing that I had put in my growth plan in 2016 for 2017 was that I wanted to invest in stocks. Now, that word before used to give me chills because I always had the assumption that these guys in Wall Street are super smart, super savvy with their money. Finance, accounting majors were the only ones who would understand such things, and you needed thousands and thousands of dollars to get these things done. But what's funny is I had read Robert Kiyosaki's Rich Dad Poor Dad book years ago. I even went to one of his conferences with my husband. He was my boyfriend then. That's to tell you how young we were, but we were thinking ahead. But I always thought, this guy is just all, sorry, excuse me, it's my daughter's stamp. Sorry, it's, yeah, nothing special. But I was so motivated. My husband even took a stock class last year, was it last year, 2015, and was so excited. But then even with the knowledge that he had, he was still afraid. So the fear held him back. But I said in 2016, I said, you know what? I'm going to invest. I know I'm a student. I have a lot of stuff to get done, books. I have all these responsibilities. But you know what? At the end of the day, my investment now will make room for me in the future. Even if I don't accomplish or get that breakthrough now, as time builds, I'm sure I'll make money. And I got the Googling and reading. I read a lot. I Google a lot. I read a lot. I love information. So I read a bunch of people's stories about, stocking and how they started out like me, were afraid. And, they read a bunch of, Motley's Fool, read a bunch of these kind of publications and Googled a bunch of companies and just went in for the kill. And now they're making a killing, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to do this. So my growth plan was only limited to study stocks. As January started of this year, I studied and studied and studied and studied. By March, I'm like, you know what? I think I'm ready for this. I've Googled, my first Google was, how much do stocks cost? And I was shocked that there's stocks for $5, $4, $3. Not saying invest in any old thing because it's cheap, but invest in something that you see with the companies, that the company is growing. And so I did my research on the company, research like crazy, what companies are booming right now, what companies are trying to get contracts for what, and how, what is their projection over the next 5 years. And so I went by that. And my first stock that I bought, which was a short-term stock at first, was Ford, which I think per share was like $8.48 or something like that. So I purchased it and I was so excited, but Ford ain't really doing much. But it's something. Now, I lost about $200 plus, but I also gained some. But then I decided, you know what, I'm going to go long term, because long term, you sleeping and your money is growing. Yeah, you might have some setbacks, but eventually it's going to grow, especially if you did your research enough or you're kind of following the trend. And, that fear that I once had that these are big shots that do it, I was like, oh my gosh, like I can't believe I'm actually a stockbroker. This is amazing. And until I took that step, I would have never known what it was like. That fear would have always lingered. And one thing you don't want to live by is regrets. So whatever you're afraid of, try it. As long as it's not going to bring you harm or cause you to fall so flat on your face, take that chance. What's the worst that could happen? It's like students applying. I'm on a bunch of these networks, and students are afraid that their GPAs, their GREs, their whatever is going to be, scary, or they're not going to get into their school. But how would you know if you don't pray about it, put in your application as long as you've met the requirements, and just hope? What's the worst that could happen? You got rejected. Okay, big deal. What do I need to work on for the next cycle? And you just go from there. Don't let fear dominate you. It is an instinct that we have, and it is, I think it's healthy in some instances and unhealthy in some instances, especially if it's going to block you from getting where you need to get. Moms, oh, I'm so afraid. I'm so used to paying these bills, like this, and this is how I plan. Maybe just venture out. There's so many of us that are born with talents. Like, some people have some talents within them that the world has yet to see. But like, sit down with a pen and paper before the new year. Assess yourself and talk to yourself. Have some alone time. Just say, like, what am I good at? Like, what have people collectively told me over and over again that I'm excellent at? Or what ideas do I have that could maybe make room for me? What are my talents? Write them down and then list, what are the instruments or the materials that I need to let this talent come out. If I'm a musician, I'm going to invest in whatever my music of choices or whatever I want to learn. If I'm a makeup artist, I'm going to invest in good makeup and a camera to kind of, take pictures and keep that in my album to make a portfolio with it. If I'm a designer, the same thing. If you're a physical therapist or a student and you have like a good invention idea, put it down on paper. You never know. That thing could be like the breakthrough technology and make you so much money. And the goal, yes, it's not entirely money related, but like, it is making your talent work for you. There's so many people that are doing what they love to do, and that makes life so much easier. I can't imagine waking up every morning mad going to work because I hate what I do. I don't want to put myself through that. I don't want to go through that because I want to be as excited for whatever I do that I give my best on a daily basis, even when I don't feel like it, simply because it is my passion and I love it. There's so many things that we accomplished this year, so many like things risks that we took, and sometimes it scares me when I think about them, but you know what? I'm excited because it's no longer in my wish list. Now it's reality. Now it's planning. Now it's finding out ways to, get these things accomplished so that I could share this with you guys, so that I could be fulfilled in whatever I did. So I urge you guys, whatever your fear is, whatever you've been hoping to accomplish, whatever has been in the middle of you and your success or your talent, pray about it, put it on paper, go in with 2018 chasing after that goal. I'm not saying do what I did and get into stocks, but it ain't a bad idea. Let me tell you that. Even as a student, even as a mom, even as a wife, even with all these 10 million thousand bills, it is doable. And just see how it goes. What's the worst that could happen? Like I said, it doesn't work, fine. At least you could say, at least I tried. So guys, get on your growth plans, get it done. We can do this together. I believe we're all going to succeed in 2018 as long as we stay steadfast on our growth plan, as long as we reassess, as long as we invest in the things that we love and the things that will bring us some return. I think we'll be okay. So, anyways, I'm not going to take too much of your time. More videos to come to those that are following for the clinical journey. I'm getting ready to do my clinicals after this week. Next week, I'm going to start my clinicals. I'm going to miss this time. Sorry, my daughter did this, but it's okay. But anyways, Merry Christmas. Happy New Year in advance. Get the growth plan going. Let that fear out of your system, and you'll be all right. All right, y'all.